SOWP extension from inside Canada. This is the topic of today. I want to clarify a few things related to SOWP extension specifically because I am seeing so many issues in this particular application. There are consultants inside Canada who are creating mess for the application. This particular application, they are separating PGWP application from SOWP. They are applying for visitor record rather than applying for SOWP extension. They are creating so many issues in the application of SOWP extension, which are not really required, which you don't require to do. You don't require to really worry about the application, but they are creating an atmosphere of fear. So they don't know where to be fearful, where to be careful, and they are creating issues in the application. And applications are getting messed up, and people are facing so many issues, financial issues in the application. So I am having so many clients who went on study visa through me, and they did not know that I am also ending the applications. They are not in touch with me, and now they are getting in touch, and they are now seeing that the applications are not that complex, but Canadian consultants are making it far more complex than they are actually. So I am clarifying a few things in this particular video. The first issue is Canadian consultants are separating applications of PGWP from SOWP extension. You don't require to separate these applications. What is their viewpoint? Their viewpoint is until unless you have a tier 0 or 1 level of job or particular no code tier 2 or 3, if you are not having this kind of jobs, in that case you are not eligible to apply for SOWP extension. By saying this, they separate PGWP application from SOWP extension. You don't require to separate these applications. Apply for SOWP extension along with PG work permit. You can submit both these applications together. Even if you don't have a job right now in hand, you can submit the job proofs later on through Webform. It's not a problem at all. I have already made, I guess, 10 videos on this topic, many short videos as well. But I don't know what people are thinking or what people are doing, and they feel that Canadian consultants, if they have ICCRC tag, they know everything. No, they are just lakir ke fakir. That's it. And they create so much issue in the application, and it leads to financial losses, emotional issues as well, because it's a lot of stress. If spouse is not going to get extension, it becomes a really big problem. If you are unable to work in Canada, it becomes a really big problem. And they are creating this issue, and I don't know whether they are doing it deliberately to show their strength, we know something really great or something, or they want to earn more money with that. I don't know what's the reason. But whatever the reason is, whether it is skill, whether it is ethical issue, whatever the reason is, they are doing it, and they are doing it, the impact is quite negative. So be really careful in your applications. Whenever you are submitting PG work permit application, submit SOWP extension along with that only. Even if the primary applicant does not have a job, does not matter. You can submit the job proofs after 1 month, after 2 months. I have submitted it after 4 or 5 months as well. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. So submit both the applications together. Then second thing, what they are doing after the separation of application, so once PG work permit is applied, now they are separating the application of SOWP. And what if you don't even get a job? For example, if you are now in September 2025 and both of your permits, study permit and SOWP, it is going to expire in December, then in that case, in December, you will have to submit the application of SOWP extension, because you otherwise you will go out of status. So what if you are not going to get a job, primary applicant is not going to get a job in next 3 months? What is going to happen in that scenario? Will you submit SOWP application, or will you just let it expire? What will you do in that case? Then they are submitting SOWP extension application. Why? So if you require to get a full-time job right now on tier 0, 1 or 2, 3 in specific no codes, if you need to meet that requirement right now to submit SOWP extension, don't you require to meet that criteria in December? No, that time just because you don't have a job and you don't have any further time to submit your application, then you are ready to submit your application without even having a tier 0, 1 job or 2, 3 job. Then it's not a problem. But now if you are submitting it together, now it is a problem. What kind of hypocrisy is this? I am unable to understand. So in December, you will submit SOWP extension application, and that too alone. That is second issue they are creating in the application. So SOWP extension application legally and logically cannot be submitted separately alone. IRCC says you can submit SOWP extension application along with PG work permit application, or after getting the approval. Here what you are doing, you are submitting it in between the processing of PG work permit application. That's legally incorrect, and there we need to manipulate GC key. We need to give wrong answers in GC key. We need to select that PG work permit is already approved. That's why I'm submitting my SOWP extension application. So we need to manipulate GC key. We need to give wrong answers in GC key. Then only you reach for this SOWP extension application alone. Otherwise, if you give all the answers correctly, you will not even reach to the application where you can submit your SOWP extension alone. So they are doing it wrong again. So first, separation of application. Second, submission of SOWP extension alone when PG work permit application is already in process on implied status. So that is the second wrong thing they are doing. So they are giving wrong answers in GC key that the primary applicant has already received PG work permit approval. That is not a case in your scenario. So that is again wrong. You may not be knowing it, but if any visa officer check all these answers and create any issue, you will get a ban of 5 years in that scenario. So that is the second mess they are creating in the application. So even if you have separated the application, then again submit PGWP and SOWP extension, both the applications together. So second application of PGWP should be submitted in that case. Why? Because legally you should submit both the applications together. So here you need to be fearful, and you can submit the job proofs later on. There you need to be careful. Okay, so here you need to be fearful because you are giving wrong answers to IRCC to create your application. You should not do it. So that is the second issue they are creating in the application. It is logically incorrect as well. How it is logically incorrect? There is an assumption that you submitted PG work permit application in August or September. Then the PG work permit application result will come first, and this result will be submitted through Webform for this SOWP extension application. So there is an assumption that SOWP extension application will get result later on, and first PG work permit application will get the result. What if it goes to different visa officers and this application gets the result first and PGWP application gets the result later on? What is going to happen in that case? So logically incorrect. So if the sequence of the application, that assumption is changed, that SOWP extension is getting result first, then it will be automatically refused because primary applicant does not have a permit. Primary applicant does not have PG work permit. It is not approved yet. So this will be discarded. And that's why you should submit PGWP application again, and along with that you should submit SOWP extension. Yes, there will be two applications running at the same time, but it does not matter, because when visa officer sees there are two PG work permit applications running at the same time in all of our applications, whatever we have done. So I have done more than 100 applications this way. So when visa officer sees that there are two PG work permit applications running at the same time, one of the applications will get result, another will be automatically withdrawn. You will get the refund of that application, or you can withdraw the application as well. In most cases, what happens? You get the PG work permit result of the first application and SOWP result of the second application, and one application of PG work permit, which is the second application, it is left unattended, and later on it is withdrawn as well. You can also withdraw it deliberately by yourself, and you can get the refund of this particular application. And many times visa officer himself, he just withdraws the application automatically, and he approves first PG work permit application and second SOWP application. So two applications get result, but second PG work permit application never gets the result. And even if visa officer ignores the first PG work permit application, still you will get the result of second PGWP application, SOWP extension application. You will get the result of these applications. This will be withdrawal. So in any case, visa officer, even if visa officer is going to ignore your PG work permit application, one of the applications, in that case still you are safe. Don't worry about it. If you get the result of PG work permit only, SOWP is not open, in that case as well you get the result, then we can submit that I have got the result of PG work permit, just approve my SOWP extension. So we have all the things covered, and you will not face any problem in this scenario. I have done hundreds of applications this way, and there is no problem. So even if you separated your application, okay, mess has been done, but still this is the right way of correction. So you should do it this way rather than submission of only SOWP application. Now there is one third thing coming. It is visitor record application if primary applicant does not have a job. If you are going on visitor record, whenever you are going to submit your SOWP extension application, you will be considered, means because you are not applying for SOWP extension, in that case it will become kind of a fresh SOWP application, and you will not be allowed to work unless you are going to get approval. Never apply for visitor record if you are on SOWP already in Canada. If you are having spouse visa inside Canada, you must apply for SOWP extension. It does not matter whether the primary applicant has a job or not. Ignore primary applicant. Why you are leaving a chance for yourself to get extension? Always apply for the SOWP extension rather than visitor record. If you are going to cross your deadline of expiry of your SOWP and you are on visitor record and then you are going to submit your SOWP extension, you will not be allowed to work unless you get the approval. It is a great financial loss for your family. And second, because this entire period is also covered for your PR as well, because whatever experience you are getting, it is covered for PR. You will lose that period for PR and you will have financial losses as well. And because the secondary applicant on SOWP is not working, it gives you financial stress, emotional stress. Never do it. Even if the primary applicant does not have a job, always submit SOWP extension application. Do not worry about the job. You can manage the job later on through some source or something. So you can submit the job proofs later on. It is not a problem. And once you submit the job proofs through Webform, it is fine. And in most cases, even if someone is having a job proof at the submission of application, many people do not have job reference letter. We submit the job reference letter later on as well through Webform. So we have to do it anyway. We have to submit the job proofs through Webform anyway, even if you have the job at the time of submission of application. So do not worry about the job proofs. And in fact, I have submitted applications for primary applicants who do not have, applying for PG work permit, do not have IELTS score. They are having CLB 4, CLB 5. We have submitted the application and later on we submitted the proofs of IELTS. So this can also be done. So you need to understand where you need to be careful, where you need to be fearful. Do not worry about it. Relax. I know that immigration is stressful, but you make it more stressful by doing this type of things and going against yourself by becoming so critical. So yes, there is scope of being relaxed. And I always try to make people relax about their immigration journey. People make it so complex in their minds, but it's not that complex. Yes, criticality is there. You need to be on your toes all the time unless you get your PR. But it's not like that. It is not killing you. So just be understood about this thing. So do not take this type of steps. Do not create mess for your application. And many times when you are inside Canada, if you get refusal outside Canada, it is still fine. You just get a refusal, you are at your home and you can just reapply for the application. It doesn't matter. Once you are inside Canada, you are doing this type of mess with your application, whether it is SOWP extension, whether it is kids permit extension, whether it is PG work permit application. I have received applications after people got refusal of PG work permit, unable to understand why PG work permit refusal. I have got these type of applications as well. So inside Canada, there is no mercy. And everything is gone. Timeline is 6 months or so. You get out of status immediately after getting a refusal. So be really careful in this scenario. And wherever you need to be careful, be careful. Wherever you need to be fearful, be fearful. So wherever you know that I can play somewhere around that, so just play there. Just get something for yourself. When you know that I can't play anything here, so giving the right information about your job, you can't play about that. You will get a ban of 5 years in that case. So there you can't play. But in some things, you can submit the job proofs later on. You can submit the IELTS score later on. There you can play. Don't worry about it. So go with the SOWP extension. Don't apply for visitor record if you are a spouse inside Canada. This was the video. I have already made a long video about that as well. You can watch that complete video if you want to. Thank you so much for watching this video till then. See you in next video next time.